Hi there. I'm running just a second behind because I'm setting up on Instagram. Hi. It is so good to be here today. Oh, it's been a wild and woolly couple of weekends. And I am lipedema knowledged up to here. Oh my God. I'm going to just talk and share with you some of the insights and highlights. Um, oops. I really am running a little bit behind. I don't have my wow, what a ride. And I like it, so I'm going to put it in now. There it is. Wow, what a ride. So gave me a few minutes and you a few minutes to get here. Let me know who's here. Let me know where you're from. Hi, Jean. Hi, Sherry. Oh my God, it's so good to see you here. Sherry and I and a few others from Fiona is another one. Who else did you see? We were all at the FDRS conference this weekend virtually. Um, but I have two conferences to share with you. I want to start with the Heart to Heart, which was last weekend, which was our annual conference on nutrition. Oh, was it good? Oh my God, it was so fabulous. Hi, Jana from Vancouver. Um, so there were so many highlights. Um, First of all, Leslin and Siobhan put the program together. They were the event directors. Oh my God, it was so well done. The people who came, the experts from around the world who came to present, were just so helpful and sort of filling out the pieces of what's needed to know in order to develop a nutrition for each one of us individually. I did. So, when I during these events, I always learn something and I'm always doing something to help. And I did this week. I sort of revamped my eating plan a bit. I went back to what for me is always like home base, which is a very keto, basic keto, though I do include vegetables because there was a time when I didn't. So, oh, Marsha Black and Juanetta Ayers, they were also, thanks, Sherry. They were also with us at FTRS this past weekend. Carol Moody was there. Yep. Hi, I'm here from Camarillo. Julie. Hi, Julie. Oh, yeah. Julie says the heart to heart was the cat's meow. That was really true. But let me talk a little bit about my high points. I have to say that Georgia Eid and Dr. Jen Unwin and Brian Wiley was a threesome that spoke on the second day. They were back to back. They were uh, a segment, if you will, because they talked about Dr. Unwin talked about food addiction, which it's me. I am indeed a food addict. Um, Years and years of not eating processed foods. I have been away from processed foods, and I started in the mid 80s when I started a low carbohydrate food plan, and have been mostly, and I say mostly because it's been a rocky couple of years, and I have relapsed, as they would say in the 12-step program. But I have been sugar free and flour free for most of the past 40 years. Um, oh, that was great. Sherry said they were her favorite speakers too. Um, and I signed up for Jen Unwin shared with us about a 1 day conference that's happening in the UK, and I signed up for to do it virtually on food addiction. I'm like, yeah, good time to revisit it. And one of the things that she said, and I always like this because it's not always what you're eating, it can be how much you're eating. And that's the thing that I can eat too much protein. Usually a good sized portion for me is 4 ounces. 4 ounces is about the size of the palm of your hand. Palm of your hand. That's small for me. I'm the kind of person, give me a chicken. Oh my God. So that's a one piece. One piece is a chicken, right? Oh, damn. But anyway, so I found myself this week being more thoughtful, being more intentional, pulling out my scale and measuring again. Hi, Marcia from Texas. Hi, Sherry from Wisconsin. Hi, Maggie. What is the link for the UK Food Addiction Conference? Good question. I will look it up. Let me talk a little more about the heart to heart, and I'll in the background see if I can find the link. Um, because the speakers were amazing, and there was more. Dr. Carmody talked on the GLP-1s, on Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, um, that whole um, classification of weight loss drugs. And I um, I want to also mention Dr. Faber from Germany. She came and she spoke. She was excellent. And Dr. Peter Beldren, Beltran. I can't. I don't say his last name really well. Um, Here it is. I found the link. It's May 17th, 8:30 a.m. in the UK. I have to tell you, it starts at it starts at like 2 in the morning for us here. But I'm gonna put the link in the chat for you guys. Um, Here it is. Here's the link. And if for whatever reason, because the link doesn't go everywhere, just email me and I'll give you the information. Okay. Um the thing about the heart to heart that was always um goes right to where and what I need, even though I am often part of it, is to answer the question is what do I need right now to help me live my best life with lipedema and lymphedema, and for me, food addiction and whatever else is going on, hypothyroid. um, so, and it's the heart to hearts. It's the heart to heart. It's what that is. It's heart to heart, is from my heart to yours, encountering so many of the people in the ladies in our community and having heart to heart encounters and connections. This thing about feeling, our tagline, learn, connect, belong. I have to say, the belong is such an important part of this. I have been involved in so many communities in my lifetime, and I've felt to a certain degree like I fit with many of the communities I've been part of. but none like the lipedema community, because it is the lipedema that tends to be the underpinnings of what I think about and what I learn about every single day, because I can't go anywhere without my body. And if my body is coming with me, then lipedema and lymphedema are very much a part of my whole structure, day in and day out. And that is at the bottom and at the foundation of everything. So I'm going to share a personal win with you, which is that I have gone back to the pool. I can't believe it. It is really been hard not being in the pool. The pool is fabulous. It's the getting to the pool, and then it's, getting home from the pool, because the driving is okay. It's the actual, my mobility has, which is why I need to go to the pool. My mobility has been compromised. Part of it is being home and being so sick for so long, for being, having had two surgeries last year, still in the recovery process. I'm so much better. Oh my God, I'm so much better. But I still have some issues and some symptoms related to my central lymphatic system and the dysfunction I had in my thoracic duct. And I'm still doing manual lymphatic drainage myself. And I'm still seeing a number of different therapists on a weekly basis. And the pool is an important part of it. The pool keeps me active, keeps my muscles, in the game. But it was what happened at the heart to heart that moved me. Nothing moved me. Thanks. Oh my God. Thanks, Julie. A number of people said congrats. And Julie says, I'm totally thrilled that you made it back to the pool. Thanks, Julie. Anita. Some of you might know Anita. Anita is one of our very long term tribe members. And she's my dear friend and soul sister. A couple of years ago, she, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to put that up again. A couple of years ago, I think it was 3 years, could have been 2 years because it's all mush in my mind. But it was in August. I have to look up the date. Um, she had a fall, um, when she was on the beach. She was recovering from it. She went to get up and go into the kitchen. She and her husband, she's in her 80s. She and her husband were making, I think, stew or something like that. And she went to get the carrots, and she had a pulmonary embolism. Um, what's called a DVT, very, very serious. And she passed out. Thank God she lives in she lives in a place in Florida that they had very quick ambulance service. So the ambulance was there very quickly. She coded in the ambulance. By the time they got her to the hospital, they were pronouncing her brain dead. And God bless her husband. Her husband, what is the most amazing, amazing human being. I got to um, know him because she was in a coma for 39 days. I think it was 39 days. She came back, and Rick was like, we're holding for her. We're holding for her. And I spoke to them in the hospital, and I spoke to Rick every day, for each and every day, sometimes several times a day. And Anita was at the conference. She was at the event last weekend, and she totally inspired me. She came to, as part of the event, we open up our membership group, our tribe, where we get the most amazing support. It's the tribe that's supported me through all of what I've been through. But Anita got the same kind of support. In fact, amazing support during her time in the hospital. And then she was in rehab, and she's been on a very long journey back to, full, as close to full functionality. She does have um, some challenges as a result of it all. Um, Yes, Sherry says she is awesome. She is totally, isn't she, Sherry? I mean, just Anita is so awesome. Well, during the event, we have a segment where anyone who wants to come and join us in the membership group, we have a little celebration and a check-in, and people talk about where they are and what they want to achieve, and the community welcomes them, and it's quite lovely. And Anita stepped up. And as I said, it's been a few years since Anita's been in her healing process. She totally freaking blew me away. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house because she spoke from her heart, from her soul, what it was like to go through a dying process and be held by the community and brought back. And oh my God, oh my God. Oh, that's all I can say. It just totally inspired me. And so when I called her after the event, I think it was the following day, she as well has been needing support getting back into the pool, which was all I needed to hear. And I'm like, okay, me too. All right, we'll do it. We'll support one another and we'll do it, which is the essence of our community. Let's support one another and we can do it together. And so that's what happened. I was like, all right, we talk about all the time next step. What's the next step? What's the mini step? The smallest thing that you can take that will bring you closer. And and so that's here comes Bella. Okay, so that's what Anita and I talked about the day after the event. And what ended up happening is I committed to one next step, the one next step that I had, which was my problem with going to the pool was that I couldn't walk from the handicap spaces in the parking lot to the pool was far. It was up the handicap ramp, which was pretty long, and then through, and then there was an elevator, and you had to walk down all through, the underside of the club, and then go into the pool area. And it was just too much for me. I just couldn't make it. And that's what stopped me from going back to the pool because I tried many months ago. And then I put it back on medical freeze. And what I really needed to do was ask for help. And I don't do that well. It's not my high suit, is being able to say, I need help. So I ended up calling the club and explaining the situation. And there's a back door that opens up into the pool area. But it means I have to park in a certain spot right in the back of the club. I have to call. I have to wait for somebody to come down and open the back door because it's alarmed. And so there's this whole process. Oh, this is me kvetching. So I did all of that. And I've been to the pool twice this week. And oh, I'm so glad the balloons came up. I've been there twice this week. I can't make it happen. Oh my God. It happens when I do this, but it doesn't always happen when I do two. But I love that the balloons came up. But anyway, through this whole thing, it was, first of all, it was totally wonderful to be in the pool because of the a degree of mobility and the feeling of the being held by the water and the help with the lymphedema. And so it's been quite a journey, and I'm so appreciative of Anita. Oh my God. And I think it was also the quality of being present with everyone at the event. So many people stepped forward and did things, courageous, brave things for their own healing processes. And I think it just all inspired me. So I had, so again, committing little steps, little steps, little steps. And also having support. Anita texted me, and said, just take it one small step at a time. And having a buddy makes such a difference. So, so that's my that little bit. I meant it to be less personal, but you're getting the personal version this week because I'm still a little bit in awe. So I decided twice a week to start. Um, Before I got so sick, I was going 5 days a week, sometimes even 6 days a week because it was helping so much. And then when I first started, I was going at 5 in the morning, not doing that anymore. Now going later. I've been at 8 and I've been at 7 a.m., but 5 a.m. is a little too much for me now. But so so much has come out of our heart to heart event. I'm going to tell you, I'm psyched, I'm thrilled, I'm so excited about our September event because I got so inspired by everything that we've been doing. So we're starting to talk about our September event. You'll hear, I'm just giving you the heads up. We're going to have one quick, what we call a flash sale, so you can buy into the September event, like we do a super early bird special. So just be on the lookout. I'll let you know. It's not going to come out for another week or two for sure because I'm still recovering. And then this weekend was the FDRS, the Fat Disorders Resource Society, their conference. And so I attended their conference virtually. I do, I mean, I'm not traveling anymore anyway. So flying to St. Louis was out of the question. But, going online, oh, there were so many high points. And also a lot of what we, our focus is really lipedema and lymphedema. And their focus is Derkums, um, lipedema, lymphedema, but there are a couple of other fat disorders. Familial latosis, I can't say it, Derkums, and Madelung's. So and so they cover all of the different fat disorders. And so it was just fascinating. I found so many of people that we all know in the lipedema community who are social media folks. Um, I want to shout out to Susan O'Hara, who she's written a couple of books. She's a very out there advocate for lipedema. But the thing that excites me about what she's doing is she's designed shoes for those of us with lipedema and lymphedema. She had trouble finding shoes that worked for her. So she designed them and they're manufacturing and they're soon to be available. And I will let you know and I will see about getting a discount code. Um, so that was very exciting. And also just connecting with people is what it always comes down to. Just connecting with people worldwide is pretty remarkable. Bella's I'm a little antsy. Can you be a little quiet now? But if I just pet you, what do you think? Give me a few more minutes. Thank you. Um, I only have a couple of minutes because our artsy fartsy starts in 3 minutes at 5:30 Eastern time. And so that's only a few more minutes. So, what else do I want to say? It was wonderful to be with Sherry and Juanetta and Marcia and Fiona. Who else was there? Who else am I missing? Um, Carol Moody was there. So there was a handful of us. And it's always good to create inroads and to connect with people across the spectrum. Angela Gray, who she did a T-shirt, a special T-shirt thing for us at one point this past year, and she was there, and I got to spend some time in a small group with her. So when I think of where we started 10 years ago and people barely knew the word lipedema, and now we have conferences that are global, that are incredibly well attended, and have wonderful speakers, and we're definitely on our way to healing. So I'm going to end here today for today so that I can jump into the Artsy Fartsy Inspiration Group, part of our tribe. Thank you for being here. I'm sending lots of love. Sometimes hearts come through. Oh, there they are. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.